Hello and welcome to another episode of Earth911's Sustainability in Your Ear. I'm Mitch Ratcliffe, your host. We're back with another conversation, this time with our youngest guest ever. We recently profiled a youth-led battery recycling program, recyclemybattery.org. The Edison, New Jersey-based group was founded by Nihal Tamana in 2019, and we're joined today by Rayansh Bhavit, who is one of its leaders. On February 18th, they raised awareness about recycling during National Battery Day. He and the 150 kids who have participated in Recycle My Battery have collected more than 150,000 batteries of various sizes, which they send to the battery industry recycling organization Call to Recycle for processing. Let's find out how the movement started and the results of this year's National Battery Day efforts. Because getting youth involved in environmental action is essential to creating the sense of empowerment and opportunity necessary to turn the economy towards sustainable outcomes. You can learn more about the group at recyclemybattery.org. Welcome to the show, Rayansh. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing well, and thank you so much for joining us and for what you're doing for the planet. You know, one of the first things that stood out for me when I read about you was that you decided to be an environmentalist in the second grade. What made you start thinking about working to preserve the natural world?
So ever since my teacher taught me about nature, littering, recycling, and polluting, I felt like helping the good causes and avoiding the bad causes. I felt like, and I still feel like, it is my destiny to save Mother Earth and protect its beloved resources that it provides us. Who knows? Maybe saving nature is my destiny.
Well, I hope so, and more power to you. And I hope that we'll find ways to support you in doing so. How did RecycleMyBattery.org get started?
In 2019, my friend Nihal was watching the news and a story about an explosion in California that was caused by a lithium battery was displayed on the TV.
Mm-hmm.
It devastated him, and he wanted to do something to let people know about the importance of recycling batteries. And so he started this organization and told us about this. As I was interested in nature and saving Mother Earth in whatever way I can, I felt like this was the right way to start. I joined my friend Nihal to spread awareness about recycling batteries and the ill effects caused by improper battery disposal.
Well, that's a really important point. A lot of batteries just get thrown away without the kind of attention they need. And in the recycling process, particularly if they get squeezed or crushed, they can explode, which can hurt people on the recycling line and cause fires. Now, when you all were thinking about setting this up, was there already a program in place at Call to Recycle that you all joined and added to, or is it something that you called them and said, we'd like to do this? And how did it get set up?
So we have reached out to Call to Recycle to sponsor us with the bins, and they were ready to provide us with the bins, as this is a youth-led program, and they are still providing us with free battery bins with the shipping labels to send them back. We are fortunate to have them. I would like to thank Call to Recycle for supporting us from the start.
Well, that's great to hear. Now, so Nihal saw the story, you set up the program. Where did you start placing the collection bins around Edison?
So I placed bins in multiple locations like YMCA centers, temples, schools, libraries, events, offices, sports centers, and recreation centers. I usually drop my email and my mom's contact details to reach us out when the bins are filled up.
Okay, so you get an alert from the location. Somebody at the location sends you mail and you all stop by and pick them up.
Yeah.
I assume this is kind of a family project. How much do your parents help with the process?
So by doing this, I'm not only saving Mother Earth, but I'm also spending quality time with my family thanks to the Recycle My Battery organization for this. So
that's great. So you get your parents involved. What
Yes.
happens after you pick up the batteries? I assume the bin's full of batteries, lots of different kinds. Do you have to sort them out in order to send them to all the recycling?
So if they are filled, we will get the boxes back home and I will work on sorting them out and do the thermal protection to the batteries that are required, like 9 volts or more.
Okay, so you tape the terminals so that they can't come in contact and create a spark.
Yeah.
So is what you're doing with batteries a process that you think, as you look around your school and your community that you could apply to other kinds of materials like school supplies, things that kids could help recycle?
Yes, there are many such materials which people don't recycle properly. I recently seen people through the small plastic, through the small plastic cats caps separately.
Mhm.
Please make sure whenever you see a plastic bottle, place the cup into the cap into the bottle and then throw it in the recycle bin. These small caps can be dangerous to animals. I will also say to all the kids that they should recycle their used binders, pencils, pens, and markers. Also, recycling or donating the used clothes slash shoes is always good instead of keeping them in wardrobes.
So do you see kids organizing groups to begin to address some of those different types of products that you just described? Or is that something that you think that kids could get involved and start solving a problem right now?
Yes, they can actually. Um, they can start doing that.
So one of the ways that this also is what caught our attention is you did a lot of outreach around National Battery Day, which is one of these days that we recognize a product or a service that was created by the industry. And this happened on February 18th. What did you do for National Battery Day on February 18th this year?
So firstly, I would like to thank Earth911 for making National Battery Day a huge success for us by publishing an article about our organization. It made a huge difference for us. For Battery Day, we have given presentations in schools and made announcements in social media about recycling used batteries. Also, we have kept battery drives in our communities to collect the used batteries by giving free juices to kids.
Free. Okay, so you did little incentives to help people get involved. That's great to hear. Now, and it's also wonderful, by the way, that we made a difference. I'm glad it helped. Tell us about the pledge that you were sharing with people on about the importance of recycling and recycling batteries in particular during the event.
So whenever I go for vacation or go to any place in normal like school, the pledge keeps reminding me to speak up when I see people throwing batteries in the trash. It also reminds me to spread awareness about recycling batteries properly and to serve Mother Earth and make it a better place to live. And I would like to share our pledge.
Mm-hmm.
I speak up when I see people throwing batteries in the trash. I reach out to others and spread awareness of recycling the used batteries properly. I serve the Mother Earth and make it a better place to live.
So when you see somebody tossing a battery in the garbage, what do you say to them? How do you approach them and get them to engage in the idea that they should take that out and recycle it?
So, I talk to them about the ill effects of improper battery disposal,
Mm-hmm.
and I compare what happens when you throw a battery in the trash compared to what happens when you recycle a battery. And I'm pretty sure that would convince them to recycle a battery because it's worked on many people.
But it's great because it sounds like it's a very earnest conversation. You're not lecturing them, but you're trying to get them to just sort of pay attention. Do you find, let me ask you this, as you look at the way that the world is right now, how do you think adults are doing at their efforts to make the world more sustainable? And what do you think kids can teach them?
So, kids are the ones that are like, we have kids joining our campaign, and so the kids could tell the adults about recycling the batteries. Actually, I've seen many adults they always don't try to recycle their batteries. Like, for example, Home Depot recycles batteries, I'm pretty sure, and adults don't have patience to just go there and then because for some adults it's like a long drive. And I would like to also share that there is no planet B. We are the future, so we should save our planet in whatever way we can. Either it can be by recycling batteries or plastics or paper or school supplies. Youth voice and actions can make a big difference.
So what advice do you have for other kids who want to get involved in recycling or preserving the environment? What kinds of websites should they look at? Are there organizations they should contact? Tell us how you would suggest somebody else get started.
So instead of starting something, new for recycling batteries, I would say visit our website, www.recyclemybattery.org, to know more about our program and to join us. A small drop in the ocean can make a big difference in the world. I'm just a drop in the ocean. If more people get added to it, together we can make a huge difference. Let's come together and work together to make our Earth a better place to live.
So do you all want to grow the recyclemybattery.org program to reach other communities? Is that something that you'd be interested in hearing from people about? Okay, great.
Yes.
And so if somebody wanted to start a recyclemybattery.org program, you would help them get connected with Call to Recycle and get the bins?
Yes. Actually, in our website, you can request a battery bin, and we can send it to you.
Okay, great. Now, it's really inspiring to talk with you and hear about your passion for the planet today. You want to be an environmentalist. What are you thinking about you want to as a career when you grow up?
So when I was in second grade, I started learning and knowing more about nature, and I made up my mind to become an environmentalist and conservation biologist.
Okay.
I would love to save Mother Earth in whatever way I can. So I want to become an environmentalist and a conservation biologist.
And do you think that there are schools and educational opportunities available that are going to help you do that? Are you getting what you need in your school, and do you see programs that you want to be part of as you grow older?
Yes. I see many programs that I could be part of when I grow up. Many.
So, do you imagine working on when you talk about being a biologist, working on a ship in order to try to restore the ocean? Are there specific areas that you're particularly concerned about or want to work on?
Yes. So I just want to work on saving nature, like whatever resource it is, like either water or like trees, just plants or animals. So anything I got to discover that a conservation biologist saves all these protects all these resources and all these living organisms on Earth. So.
Well, I wish you the greatest luck, Rayansh, and I want to thank you for spending some time. How can our listeners learn more about Recycle My Battery?
So they can go to our website, recyclemybattery.org, and they can read articles about the importance of recycling batteries, the ill effects of improper battery disposal, and they can even learn about how to join our campaign, and they can take part in the program and help us save the planet.
Well, great. And I want to thank you for taking time. We'll, of course, share the link to recyclemybattery.org with our readers in the article that goes with this podcast. But I want to encourage you to keep us up to date on what's going on with the organization. We'd love to continue to tell your story.
Yes, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to talk about Recycle My Battery and to talk about everything that we are trying to do. And we can definitely get many people are going to watch this right now, and we can and hear this also, and so they're going to really probably support us, and it would really help our cause.
Well, I hope everybody does reach out. Rayansh, thank you very much for spending time with us today.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for giving us this opportunity. Thank you so much.
We've been talking with Rayansh Bhavit. He's one of the leaders of RecyleMyBattery.org, an Edison, New Jersey-based group that is collecting and recycling batteries. And folks, if you want to get a free bin, check out RecyleMyBattery.org. Call to Recycle will send you the bin. It includes shipping labels. It's very easy to return. And you can stop sending your batteries to the landfills. If you don't want to go to that trouble, please find a bin and put your batteries in them, including locations like Staples, Home Depot, Lowe's, Best Buy, many locations, which you can find in the Earth911 database as well. This is Earth911 Sustainability in Your Ear. We're going to be back with another innovator interview soon. In the meantime, I hope you'll take a few minutes to share this podcast and what Rayansh is doing with your friends and family. If you have children or grandchildren, give them this story to listen to, and hopefully they'll get inspired to take the same kind of important action that Rayansh and his friends have taken. We'll be back soon. In the meantime, folks, take care of yourself, take care of one another, and let's all take care of this beautiful planet of ours. Have a green day.